Tonight I am very excited. The class that I'm doing for the Love Dance Circle is going to be looking at different aspects. Duality, one, and then the fixations that we actually have as human beings in this present moment. So one of the main themes that we'll be exploring tonight is the theme of balance and how we balance, not only on a handstand or on break dance or any of those dance forms, but actually in our everyday to-day life. How do we balance love? How do we balance our work? How do we balance ourselves and our relationship with others? So I'm very excited about that. When thinking of how to describe the individuals that actually assist the workshops and the classes and the things that I do, I have to be honest and say that I can't pinpoint a specific description, because my whole goal is to actually integrate all as in all ages, all sexes, all status, races, cultures. So you can see in one of my classes anywhere from someone that's 18 years of age all the way to 60, 70 years of age even. I've had women with babies, women that are pregnant, people with disabilities and other conditions, and so therefore I do not have a description, and that's the beauty of it. I get to see all kinds. Mainly the whole, my whole propeller in life has been, I know that dance is a way for healing. How? I don't know exactly. This is back when I first moved here. By understanding that when I search for dance out there, as they say, externally, whether it be in high schools or in universities or in studios for that matter, I understood that my relationship to dance in these settings were not really part of my truth. And my truth said that in order for you to dance, there was no specific qualifications. There are no specific skills that one must have in order to dance. Specifically coming from a culture where we use dance as a way to socialize with others, or even in fact to clean our house. You know, we clean our house and we pump up the music, and what do? We shake our brooms from side to side, but we are dancing. And we are somehow being in the present moment because of this amazing tool that it is, you know, our body. Right? So that being said, coming to Miami and understanding that the truth of dance was no longer, I could not no longer continue looking for it out there, I decided to turn inwards.
Because I felt that I needed to be here, and there was a purpose for me being here, and there was a reason why I met Jennifer and Errol, and that they're in my life now.
I heard it through Jennifer in a pretty miraculous way. I came across her through a website, just browsing the internet, and it said dance therapy. I called her, asked her what it was all about, and it kind of drew me from there. The way Jennifer explained the dance therapy, she explained it as a way, like it's a release and it is a therapy. So when she said that she does a dance movement, like in a class for it, I was always drawn to different holistic types of healing yourself. So I thought, you know what, let me try it out. And I've been coming to the class ever since.
It's something that I very much look forward to, because you know, in your day-to-day grind, you end up getting caught up in, you know, even whatever benefits you got from the last week, you might end up kind of losing touch with that. It doesn't feel so fresh anymore, and then you get to reconnect with that, and you definitely feel more relaxed, more at peace, generally more balanced. I know for some people it stirred things up in them. It has stirred things up in them in the past that might have been like a little disturbing or unsettling or whatever, but it helps them realize that it is something that's there that might have just been swept under the rug or otherwise not noticed by themselves, even though it's kind of, you know, nibbling at them from inside. So pretty much, I feel like it's a reset button on the computer when you're, you know, you just have too many windows open and your memory's all clogged up.
I'd have to say liberation is one of the most tranquility, serenity, peace of mind, all those things come together. And when I leave, I feel weight lifted off of my shoulders, that things that were burdening me or in my mind before were no longer there. And I start to wake up and realize what's really important. And my inner truth never doubts me, or it never leaves me. It's always there, it's always in the back of my mind with whatever I'm doing. And I'm a lot more active now, and I eat healthier. I've been eating healthy since I had my daughter, but I definitely have continued to. We started growing vegetables because of Jennifer and Errol that are blossoming beautifully. So a lot of amazing things I can go on that have
what I've observed in other people who have been involved in it, and also some of the other groups that she's had is, and for myself personally, is it gives you an opportunity to do things that you normally don't in the regular, you know, kind of hustle and bustle life that we all are caught up in. And you get to connect with yourself and other people in a very different way. And the freedom from judgment kind of allows you to be more honest with yourself. And I find a lot of people find things out about themselves that they didn't even really know was an issue or even an attribute that they had that was positive.
Some of the benefits is that I actually, I realized my body more, and some control movements I've realized actually influence my mood. So when you have like jolt movements or when you have anxiety, you tend to do certain movements, and just repeating it, the whole psychology behind it is that you stress yourself out. But if you would repeat moves that genuinely make you feel happy, the psychology behind that is I feel a little better. And Jennifer gave me that knowledge. I didn't know that before.
When I first get here, I have a lot of clutter in my mind that doesn't need to be there. And then when I sit down and when we actually start, very slowly, all that just starts to melt away. Or I referred to it last week as like the rhythms of the ocean, as every time the ocean is moving, you're releasing whatever you felt. And I was able to let go of a lot of things last week, and I release that every single time I come here, but there's something that I keep telling myself every time I come here, and that keeps making me come back. That and knowing that I have a purpose in life beyond what others may perceive it to be. It's way more than what we even know. It's so much, like I can go on about it, but that's what
the sessions I would describe as very intimate, warming. You feel like you're in a very warm environment. I always feel welcomed, and it's just a chance of expression. It's not about choreography, it's more about finding out your own movements.
The whole gamut, the whole gamut. I would say anywhere from anger to love to feeling like a baby, crying, laughing, a lot of laughter. But definitely freedom is the overlapping, overlying theme for me.
Have an open mind, because if you're one of those people that is more closed, that's not into trying new things, or they're just kind of iffy, they're like, oh, well, you know, not sure, or they ask a lot of questions about how it's going to be. Stop asking questions about how it's going to be, just go. I'd say anybody just needs to go and experience it for themselves, and you don't need to tell them, oh, it's like this or it's like that. It's not like anything. You just come here and you feel it and you vibe with it, but you have to truly be in that moment. You have to really focus on your breathing and not think about anything.
Absolutely. Of all the things you can try in this life, this is one of the good ones for sure. If you want to be experimental and, you know, get into yourself and get into the world, and if you just sort of feel a lack of something or just confusion or overwhelmed or whatever, it's a good place for you to deal with it, a good place for you to connect with that, and a good place for you to, a good forum.
If someone was interested in coming, I'll definitely tell them to come check it out, because I feel like everyone has this different routes where they might explore different movements, and that's always nice to see when you're in the class. So I would encourage anyone to come. It's a different way of healing yourself.